time on the LIV, and it is absolutely marvelous today. So if you're not outside enjoying these last few days of summer, I highly advise you to do so. Because if you don't, those wintry months are coming in soon after another 90 days or so. Autumn is coming in, and it's a change of everything. Change of seasons, change of life, change of habits, change of mates. I don't know. Hey, but before we get started with this LIVE, I want to say thank you for everyone who has subscribed to this channel. That is making it possible for me to go live from my phone. Do you know how long I've been waiting for this? A couple of years ago, they cut this out, whereas you just couldn't go live and they didn't have these amount of subscribers and all of this stuff. But they changed it. Yeah. However, we are here. We are here. I tell you. And seeing that I'm able to do this now, it's about to get real serious. For those of you who are behind the scenes in YouTube and all of that good stuff, well, this man is about to get serious about this. Checking into everything. Everything. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of cash at the end of the rainbow. However, you do have obstacles and you do have haters. Haters, racists, etc., etc., etc. It's all rigged. But that's another video. Okay? But this video here is about, yeah, your Atlanta commentator, Rashad Richey. Now, he's in Atlanta, and he brings a lot of good news to YouTubers. But because that he brings the truth, his life has been threatened. His family life has been threatened. Now, when you speak the truth, there are consequences. And sometimes those consequences involves threats to your family. You know that, Rashad. You knew that from Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X's dad, Marcus Garvey, Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman, etc. You know that. And how do I know that you know that? Because you're an intelligent man. And you read history. And that is a part of the consequences when you bring real news about the POLICE. It's going to happen all the time. It's going to happen all the time. However, yeah, I'm just walking right now, having a ball wherever I'm at, Wherever I'm at is unimportant. But I tell you what does matter is the truth and the consequences for truth that this YouTuber, Rashad Richey, is having. Because he speaks the truth against law enforcement. He speaks the truth about injustices. That's what he does. Anchorman, Atlanta. And I'm sure that he has some friends that are police. You don't know where the threat came from. You don't know who it came from. And it don't matter if you have friends that are cops or not. If you speak the truth, that's what happens. Anyone who does that, it has consequences. Now, I'm sure that Rashad Richey is plugged. He's part of some camp somewhere out there. I'm sure that he is plugged with some camp that's out there somewhere. You even had some other young gentleman. He wasn't young. He was probably in his 50s. But I call him young. Who wants to be old? And you're only as young or old as you are mentally, okay? But anyway, he had some Caucasian dude that was on his side that backed him up. When you talk about the cops, law enforcement, against the system, there is bound to be repercussions for that. Hell, look at me. I used to speak about the police all the time. And what did they do? They threw sugar tank in both my cars. Mind you, I stayed with the police. Mind you, I stayed with the police. But they didn't bother his car. They bothered my 2 cars. And then when they did come out, they explained the story on how it happened. I'm just saying. It's okay to talk about the injustices and law enforcement wickedness. That's good. But sometimes it get hectic. And at least the man knows that his life is on the line. When people get on these YouTube channels, when people get on these YouTube channels and they speak truth, especially against the government or against law enforcement, there is always a cost. There is always a penalty. But many people who would rather hear stupid shit, granted, hell, I have a rap channel here. On this channel, I have an educational channel and a travel channel called MOPOWERZ here on YouTube. And you know what? Y'all should go watch that. Y'all should go watch that. MOPOWERZ. And speaking of that channel, we are back to the basics. Meaning we are back to the books. We are back to history. I got a ton of stuff lined up for you all. As you see, I've been digging in my crates for the last, I don't know how many months. And still got more to go. Just getting started. You see? So I don't know how much money YouTube gonna owe me after I get all of these, subscribers. Yeah, but if I get paid, they get paid. They get paid anyway. I'm just saying. But back to Rashad Richey. Yeah. There's consequence of truth. So be careful out there, man. I used to talk about the police all the time. And I still talk about them today on real issues. And every time you talk about the police injusticely or unjustly, it is a real issue. But the more you talk, the more you tell truth, there's more consequences. You are hated even more. But I tell you, I like watching your shows, man. I like watching your shows, Rashad Richey. Your life is on the line. Now, for all of those people out there who like Rashad Richey, seeing that his life is on the line, how many of you all are going to support him if things come down to bad weather? He may even get demonetized. I can't wait to get monetized. I'm just saying. How many of you are going to stand by him then? You got another brother out there in Ohio. King Oz. King Oz. Talk about law. Talk about the police all the time. And there's nothing wrong with that. As I stated, I talk about the police. Yes, I talk about the police. Just watch my videos. Just watch how many times they have suspended me or put me in jail on more powers. Truth has consequence. You told me that your car windows got fucked up, your car got fucked up. That was the police, man. I'm just saying. And as I stated, I stay with a cop. Okay? And sometimes they can't even protect you when you talk about them as a whole. I'm just saying. So you think about that. However, if you are born with that spirit and you can handle that weather, hey, nothing wrong with that. I encourage that. Everyone has a spirit, whether if it's for or against, just or unjust, okay? Some people are in the middle of the road, but those people don't understand what side they belong on because they deal with color versus right versus wrong. Yet and still, we say that we're educated. I'm just saying. Speaking of education, you got Charleston White, right? Who says he's this community activist and this and that. He even said he worked for the feds. How can you even trust this man? Then he goes to this boxing thing, you know, get into street matches and all of this stuff like that, right? Needless to say, he had put a hit out on Deion Sanders' sons that plays football, you know. If you hit him, I'll give you this much amount. If you put him out for the game, put him out for the season, I'll give you this amount of money, that amount of money. Hell, he even explained on Cheese TV, I believe, on how he thought that was how football was supposed to be. And I agree with the man, because remember when we watched footballs back in the day? Mean Joe Green. Do you remember that guy, who's that guy that got paralyzed with Oakland back in the day? Stingley? Daryl Stingray, something like that? We used to like how people used to knock off the opposition team and injure the other player and all of this and that because they were on the other team. Because they were on the other team. Deion Sanders had went to the other team. Deion Sanders went to the other team. So regardless of whom he got flack from, it don't matter if it was from Charleston White. Hell, coaches used to do that all the time. They get their NFL players bonuses, their colleges players bonuses, if you take out this player. Because if you take out this player for the season, our chances of having a championship is better. And you know that we can make it if we take out 1 or 2 players. Yeah. Even when I was coming up in the 70s, watched football, it was about crushing the other team. It was about annihilating them. But nowadays, in all sports, you have sissy calls. Sissy calls. Back in the day, you wouldn't have had those calls that you have today, especially in football. Football is a rugged sport. And you know what you're already getting into before you even do it. You expect a couple of broken bones. You expect a couple of sprains. You expect a couple of bones displacements and all of that good stuff. Why? Because you're playing football and you know that the other team is looking to crush you, especially if you're one of the best players that they have on the team. But people have a problem when Charleston White said that he put a hit out on Deion Sanders' sons, that they can injure him or put him out for the season. Deion Sanders went to the other team. I'm just saying. Could you imagine these black colleges that's struggling, right? Look how much money that they could have brought to the college. How much esteem that they could have brought to the college. Look at how many people would have attended those games to build funding for that college. But Deion Sanders took that away because some white college offered him more money. He's already a millionaire. How much more money do you need? You leave your people who are in trouble, Deion Sanders. It just wasn't white people who supported you. I'm going to say that again. It just wasn't white sport fans who supported you. It was black fans too. And you are black talent. Have you ever seen white talent go to a black university for a franchisement? I'm just saying. Was Charleston White wrong for that? Was Deion Sanders wrong for that? Was the racist white supremacist who went to Rashad Richey's phone because he received these racist threats through a phone? And they know where he stay at. They know about his kids. They know about his wife. One of his family members, he even said he'd tell them hello personally. That's from the terrorist, okay? Because right now, you're a terrorist. You are terrorizing the man, and he has no idea of who you are, which is really making you a danger to the public, even if you're police. I'm just saying. So, Rashad Richey, Charleston White, Deion Sanders, especially Deion Sanders. You can't blame Charleston White for feeling the way that he feel about Deion Sanders because he was absolutely right in the interview that he did with Cheese TV. That's just my standpoint. They demonetized the man. YouTube can build you up and they can take you down. But Charleston White should have some money right now, whereas he can sit back for a while until they monetize him again, okay? I'm just saying, I'm just waiting to be monetized. Let me get some of that YouTube money. I'm just saying. Leave your comments in the comment section, you all. Do you think that Charleston White was right? Do you think that the racist threatener who threatened Rashad Richey was right? Do you think that Deion Sanders was right for leaving the all-black college going to an all-white college for money? I'm just saying. We got great things coming up for you all, so stay tuned to this channel and the MOPOWERZ here on YOUTUBE. That's right, YOUTUBE. I'm just saying. Remember, share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. Also, hit those condiments to like and to share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. You dig? And remember that black on black crime is a felony, and never ever give up on your dreams. Thanks for viewing, you all. Peace out.